Hey everybody, what is going on? Carter here. Well, Boker has struck me again. After getting the Boker Monero Bullseye, I was so enamored with it when I first opened it up that I ran out and got its complementary knife, kind of, the Epicenter. So that's what's inside here. This is a second generation Epicenter. Now, after hearing of some issues with Bullseye from other people, mine is still working great. No issues on mine, but I did hear of some problems with other people. And then after looking at some of the information on the Epicenter, both the first generation and the second generation, I did somewhat regret this purchase until it came, anyways, because I've heard some bad stuff about it, but we'll see how mine goes. So I just barely got this. I have played with it just a little bit. Let me clean this blade off here. Sorry guys, got a little grease on it. Let's take a look at what we've got here. 3.5 inch VG10 blade, which is awesome. Overall length is about 8.5 inches, which is awesome. Just a perfect size for me. Titanium handles that are beautifully bead blasted. Looks like maybe even sandblasted. I think it's sandblasted. Radiused, contoured. I have heard some people say that they think these scales are, or the handle is cast, which would make sense, although I don't know. I don't know much about casting. I believe this is a titanium clip, really thick. I did throw it in my pocket for a minute. It felt really, really good. You can see the lock up there. You have some nice a space milled in here for your thumb to disengage it. Dual thumb studs, beautiful radius jimping right here. I do have a little bit of crud inside here, but this is a production version of a Rexford Epicenter. Much sought after, very expensive knives, so really my only chance to get an Epicenter is this way. Really the idea of getting a full custom I think is out of the scope of possibilities, at least anytime soon. So it was kind of a no-brainer in that sense. I really wanted to try one out. I think it's a beautiful blade design, beautiful handle shape, and this is the only way I would ever get one. So I'm pretty happy with it. In fact, I'm really happy with it right now. Beautiful knife, made in China. So obviously this VG10 was imported into China to be used. Has the kind of faux hand-rubbed finish. I don't know how they do it, but it looks really nice. It does look like it's hand-rubbed. No grind lines. Fairly even secondary bevel. Almost a full flat grind. You've got a really nice thickness on the blade there. This is just a great all-around utility knife. You're going to get a lot of cutting ability out of here. You've got some nice belly. Great tip. I mean, just a good all-around design. I really, really like it. Blade came with a couple of very superficial, minor scratches on it on this side right here. You can see going vertical. You know, which is a little bit of a bummer to get a brand new knife that has a few scratches on it, but it's kind of just par for the course. You know, that's how things go with these cheaper produced knives, especially when you have such a clean finish put on it. You know, obviously if it was a stonewash finish, you would not see that at all. You can kind of see them right there, a few little scratches. Doesn't bother me at all. Lock up, rock solid, left, right, up, down. Beautifully done. Just really good. Dual thumb studs right there. Let's take a look at the lockup. It is about at 25%, 30%, something like that. It is a radiused tang. However, it is not very intense or extreme of a radius. It really kind of looks like a flat cut until you get right till the to the corner. You can see it kind of shoot over. So it looks like it should be fine. I really do not see any potential issues with that. I do know some people have had problems with lock rock and lock slip on these knives, so we'll have to see what happens. But either way, I mean, at this price point, I really can't complain, because even with some lock slip and lock rock, the knife is more than usable. you know, it'll work as intended. It's not like the blade will not stay in the open position. It just means if you apply a lot of negative force or whatnot on the back of the blade, you'll get some play. I really don't see it failing, although that's a possibility. Now, well, and then furthermore, there's a couple of culprits as to why it could be developing play. So I'm kind of curious how that works. So I'm excited to see if I do develop play, and if I do, there's a couple of reasons why that may happen, and I would like to share with you guys what that is. But anyways, moving along. Nice, huge pivot. Of course, I don't know what the interior diameter of it is, but either way, I've never had a pivot break on me, so I'm not concerned. Really strong detent. It's now starting to break in. When I took it out of the box, it actually was hard to open, really hard to open. But I knew that it would break in because detents do that. Really thin washers. I'm not sure what they are. You can't even see inside. I'm thinking they're those ultra thin bronze phosphorus washers. It makes for a really clean looking knife right there. The fit and finish on this is really, really nice. I really wouldn't expect more. The superficial scratches on the blade are a little bit of a bummer, but other than that, it is just top notch. Ergonomics, fantastic. Feels so good in the hand. It's got some heft to it, but it's really nothing unmanageable, especially for this size of a blade. Really nice. Now, the best thing about this knife is the price point. When these first came out, I believe they were going for like $160, $170. You can get them for like $100 now. Brand new, including shipping. So I really think that this is a standout. Look at that, nice standoffs there. It's got some extra decoration on there. I would imagine these screws are probably not heat treated, as is par for the course, so I wouldn't recommend taking this apart and putting it back together a whole hell of a lot, but you shouldn't really need to. But yeah, what a really, really nice blade. Just fantastic. Absolutely love this thing. Even if it does develop some play, you know, for the price point, for what you're getting, the design, I think it's just can't be beat. It's really, really nice. But my tune may change if the blade starts rattling. So yeah. So that's it, guys. Just a pretty medium length look at the Epicenter. It's been out for a while, but I just now got my hands on it. Didn't jump on it when it first came out for whatever reason. But it is just a stellar knife. You can see there, tip up, tip down, right hand carry only, not left hand. Beautiful blade. Alright guys, I'm out of here. You guys take it easy.